Hi everyone, my name is Misha. I am an Iranian American death doula and grief tender. My business is called Halva's Death Care, and I chose that name because I truly wanted to dedicate my death work and grief work to the Iranian community. This podcast is called Halva for the Heart, named after the funeral food, halva, that's often served at Iranian funerals. Today's episode is a bit different from my previous episodes. It's going to be an offering to the Iranian diaspora community. I have hosted a couple dad-to-dev sessions for Iranians who have been struggling mentally, emotionally since the start of this war with Israel. And someone requested that I make a recording of the meditation that I led for those sessions. And so that's what today's episode is going to be. I want to acknowledge that a lot of my inspiration for this meditation came from Valerie Kaur and her work with revolutionary love, came from Holly Truhlar and her work with grief tending, and came from my death midwifery mentor, Narinder Bazen of 9 Keys. So thank you to all my teachers. I have so much gratitude for you all. From their teachings, I have created this meditation. So if you are an Iranian in diaspora who needs a bit of support right now, as I think we all do, find somewhere comfortable to sit or lie down, and we'll get started with the meditation after this song. When you're ready to begin, let's start with a deep breath, inhaling in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Notice where in your body you're feeling tension. And this time when we take a breath, breathe into those parts, making more space there. If you haven't already, I invite you to close your eyes and place your feet on the floor. Before we get too far deep into meditation, I want to start by calming our nervous systems. In times like this, our nervous systems probably feel hyperactive. We're probably stuck in fear response. So we're going to do a bit of somatic work to remind ourselves, our brains and our bodies, that we are safe here where we are. Everything I suggest is an invitation. It is all optional. But the first thing I want to offer is to simply hold yourself. And if you'd like, there's a specific way I'd like to suggest holding yourself. You can place your right hand sort of under your left armpit, cradling your heart, and then placing your left hand on your right shoulder. Feel yourself being held, being cradled. You can rock back and forth or sway. These sorts of movements and positions are soothing. That's why we do them for a baby when they're feeling dysregulated. And we can use those same skills for ourselves when we're feeling dysregulated. Perhaps you're swaying back and forth, holding yourself. Notice how your body is being supported by whatever you're making contact with. maybe the floor, a bed, a chair, whatever it is, feel into that connection. Feel into that relationship. You have a living relationship with support. What if we didn't take the support for granted? What if we were grateful for gravity? Notice how gravity pulls you closer to the earth, how the earth holds you and swaddles you. Take a breath and surrender to gravity for just a moment. Now we're going to try an exercise to activate our vagus nerve, which is the nerve that starts at our brainstem and goes down our spine, and it calms our nervous systems. We're going to activate this nerve by humming, because humming vibrates the nerve. It is a way that we can calm ourselves. We're going to do this by taking 3 deep breaths, and on every exhale, I invite you to hum. It'll sound like this. Exhaling long and slow. So let's try it together. Inhale deeply and exhale with a hum. Again, inhale, exhale with a hum. And last one, inhale and hum. Pause for a moment and notice the serenity in the quiet, in the stillness after the vibration. Remember, you are safe here. Let's take another deep breath. Now bring your attention to your feet. Perhaps they're placed on the ground. Imagine that there are roots growing out of your feet down into the earth, anchoring you to the earth beneath you. Imagine that these roots are reaching out not only downward, but also horizontally, stretching out far and wide and connecting to my roots, to the roots of Iranians all over the world and to the Iranians in Iran. We are one people. Together we stand like trees in a forest. We may look as though we are standing apart, that we are alone or isolated. But in fact, we are always together. We are always connected, sending each other information, energy, hope, courage. Feel into that network of support. Staying connected to the earth below you, think of our collective Iranian ancestors, the thousands and millions of Iranians who came before us. Name them, honor them. Think of how they have survived dark times, war, oppression, and still found ways to lift their gaze up to the sky and sing songs of love and wisdom and dance together at mehmunis in joy. They faced moments of fear with courage, resilience, and love, past, present, and future. Let's tap into their strength with a deep breath. Bring to mind one ancestor in particular. Perhaps you knew them, perhaps you didn't. Maybe a grandmother, maybe your own grandmother, your own mamam buzurg, or simply a grandmother of the past, a loving, archetypal Iranian grandmother. You know the one I'm talking about. Feel her presence beside you. Perhaps she has her hand on your shoulders. Perhaps she's wrapping you in a warm blanket, offering you a cup of hot tea, kissing you on both cheeks. She's offering you words of love and support in this moment. What is she saying to you? What words of wisdom does she have to offer? Maybe she calls you Azizem. Spend a few moments with her. Thank her for her words and tell her she can stay by your side throughout the rest of the meditation. On your next inhale, feel your body lengthening up towards the sky. Feel your chest expand on the inhale. We often collapse into our chest when we are in grief or in fear. How does it feel to expand your heart in this moment? How does it feel to sit tall, to embody your courage? Remember your grandmother beside you. Tap into her courage. Feel the courage in your body rising, and then send it down through your feet, through your roots, and share it with our network of Iranians, sending it to the people inside Iran. Your strength gives them resilience. It gives them hope. I invite you to place a hand on your heart. Notice, how is your heart feeling in this moment? Does it feel strong or weak? Is your heartbeat fast or slow? Were you able to tap into that courage, that hope? It's okay if you weren't. There's enough of us who can, and we can share it with you through our connected roots. Remember, this network of support is always available to you. Whether you need to receive support or if you're feeling resourced enough to offer support. Together, we care for each other. Take another deep breath, and this time expand your awareness. Tap into the collective Iranian heartbeat. How does it feel in this moment? How can we each strengthen this collective heartbeat? What is our role to play in this moment? Perhaps your grandmother has an answer to that question for you. Take a moment to listen to whatever answers may come through. Remember that we are choosing to use the power of our hearts to turn towards our grief and our fear so that we may hold on to our humanity, our love, our hope, our joy, in order to strengthen this collective heartbeat, in order to offer support to Iranians in Iran. Take a deep breath here, and when you're ready, offer gratitude to your grandmother. Offer gratitude to all the other Iranians who are offering you support in this moment. And offer gratitude to yourself for taking the time to cultivate this care and this love. When you're ready, take a final deep breath. Hold on to whatever messages came through. And open your eyes. Thank you for taking the time to do this. Thank you for offering hope, resilience, and love to the people in Iran. Thank you for loving Iran so deeply. As you return to your day, I invite you to move slowly, to be aware of what your body needs, your heart needs, your mind needs, and transition gently. Maybe drink a bit of water, jot some things down in a journal, move your body, or simply sit in stillness. I'm going to play the rest of that song from the beginning, and I hope you take this time to care for yourself. Remember, you are loved, you are safe, and you are always connected to other Iranians.
Thank you.